I just want your body, baby, liga.
Good day everyone. Today I am going to discuss the questions for week 5. So the first question would be differentiate between American and Spanish ways of press censorship. So in the Spanish era, censorship was dependent mainly on the governor and general, while in the American era, censorship was based on the law or a policy of the constitutions. So in Spanish era, they had the Policia de Imprenta o Golion, or in English term, it is Printing Order of Golion, and Asuntos de Imprenta, or in English, Rules of Printing Matters. So during the early American, two laws ruled of Philippine publications: the Sedition Law, which is Act number 292, and the Libel Law, Act number 277. So for question number 2, we're going to discuss the Philippine newspapers changed during the American occupation. Alejandro Roses Sr. Became the first newspaper chain owner in the Philippines when he established the Taliba Vanguardia, a tribune or a TVT chain. The Taliba and La Vanguardia, a Filipino, and it is also a Spanish daily respectively, were bought from Martin Ocampo in 1916, while in 1925, the Rosas launched the Tribune with a pirated Harold Romulo as its editor-in-chief. So the success led many to call TVT not just a newspaper chain but a newspaper empire. So its main competitor would be the El Debate Mabuhay, the Herald Monday Mail, or the DMHM, was formed around 1933 when Joaquin Elizalde bought the Herald. He acquired Pagkakaisa, Tagalog Daily, and renamed it as Mabuhay, and then bought by El Debate, a Spanish language daily. Thought it boasts a respectable roster and it could reach TVT's level of success. So some critics even took the acronym to mean dito muna hanggang meron. So to poke fun at the less popular chain. So for question number 3, we're going to discuss about the El Renacimiento versus the Worcester libel case. Well, in 1908, the U.S. Secretary of the Interior Dean Worcester filed a libel suit against Prue and Defendants newspaper for Renacimiento for its editorial Avis de Rapina, or in English, The Birds of Prey, by Fidel A. Reyes. So this editorial used metaphors, and it says that the eagle, and an obvious American symbol, was the most rapacious bird of prey. And these birds also pretended to be studying the egrets. Yes. And we're actually looking for gold deposits in the mountains of Luzon, and Reyes criticized a certain U.S. colonial government officials who, besides being with that eagles, and have also that characteristics of the vulture, the owl, and the vampire, though Worcester nor his title was not named, he felt allotted and offended as well, and so filed for libel in the American Road Court and won for that specific problem. So question number 4, we have describe the Philippine Free Press newspaper. The Philippines Free Press was established in Manila in year 1905 by Robert Mackellow and Dr. Thea Rogers, and according to an additional sources, the Philippine Free Press newspaper is a weekly English language news magazine, which makes it the Philippines' oldest weekly English language periodical, and currently still in the print. And for number 5, this is the question. We're going to discuss American influence in the development of the Philippine literature. Well, from year 1901 to 1946, the American colonial regime affected the Filipino theater. On November 4, in the year 1901, the Sedition Act was enacted in the Philippines. With this law, it was prohibited for any type of media or speech to go against the United States during the 1930s Filipino. And it was exposed to Western theater and Western classics. Um, that was happened during the time when Filipinos adapted to American culture and to American theatrical standards. One standard also that the American influence us is the occupation of development of the performance form called vaudeville, which is the vernacular equivalent of vaudeville, or vaudeville is more of a mixture song and other type of performances that were popular in the United States. So for number 6, introduce the following Filipino English writers during the period of reorientations and tell something about their given masterpiece. First, we have Justo Juliano. Justo Juliano is a Filipino poet, yes, of course, an advocate for Philippine independence. And his patriotic piece, Sursum Corda, is the first known Filipino poem published in English and appeared in the Philippine Free Press in 1907. So it is dedicated to the Renacimiento Filipino, which is the brightest torch of the Philippine progress, culture, and civilization. And when we say also Sursum Corda means lift up your hearts, or up hearts, up hearts rather, in which re-examine the Filipino heart and the meaning of home. It shows how the Filipino proudly carry the Philippine flag into battle. This is related to liberal humanisms or realisms, since it depicts based on the reality. So second would be